Hey guys, this is another episode of Don't Hesitate, Meditate TV, and today, just want to, I just want to emphasize the message of patience, man. And when I talk about patience, it's pretty much this simple. Um, when it comes to your dreams, you have to accept in the moment that you're going to need to be patient, right? And patience will expose a lot of things in your life in terms of whether you love it or not, and also what you're willing to give and sacrifice for that dream, right? And I'm going to take this down two routes. One is that you need to be patient with yourself, and the other route would be you have to be patient with the actual dream manifesting. But the first thing you need to realize when it comes to your dreams is that you have to accept the reality. And the first thing about love to me is that if you really love something and you really want this dream to happen, and you're you're willing to take all the necessary steps to get to that dream, right? You're going to need to understand that love is a huge factor in what you're trying to achieve, because I mean, it's biblical. It's the truth. And that truth is that First Corinthians chapter 13, 4 through 7, right? Um, love is patient. And if you really love something, and now I'm going to take this down a different avenue of loving yourself, loving your dreams and your goals and your aspirations, but also loving the process of what you do, like actually loving what you do, um, is the quickest tell. Being patient is the quickest tell to your your necessary course of action. And if you even love it and you're even willing to really, like, honestly do what it takes to make that dream happen. And it's not impossible. It's the first thing I want to let you know. And if it's something you love and you really want to do for like the rest of your life and build something great for yourself, and I hope that first and foremost it's you and then your dream, right? Because to really know yourself and love yourself for everything you are, and that can be your shortcomings as much as your light, accepting your shortcomings and then focusing on the things you're actually good at, right? That lets you move without insecurity, fear, doubt, And to understand that, you know, when it comes to anything you love, patience is absolutely a virtue. And in the realm of fitness, in the realm of health and wellness, um, it's an absolute must. And why I say that is because a lot of days you're going to want to quit, right? A lot of days in between sets or sessions, you're going to want to give up and wail out and bail. And, you know, understanding that when you're just starting out, you're not going to have the same ambition as someone who has been doing this for years. And accepting that and not comparing yourself to anyone in this field is going to move you a lot more than you think. So be patient. Some days it's not going to happen. Some days, you're just not going to train because you feel like you need to rest or you need to take a day mentally, or God forbid any injuries happen and you need to take a day off, or simply you're just not feeling it, right? Whatever excuse you tell yourself, um, I'll be the first to tell you I probably gave every excuse in the book before I realized I love what I do. And all pride and ego aside, and from that point on, you understand that even those days of not doing the specific action, right, will ultimately be the biggest gift if you look at it with a sense of gratitude, and will add up to you actually achieving that goal or that dream, because that time will come to pass when it'll be, you know, one day you're doing so and so amount of reps and you just happen to get by. The next day, or next week, next 2 weeks, next month, next 2 months, you're still doing the same thing, right? 2 months later, you want to bail, you want to quit. A year from now, you just got back on it, and now you're doing like mm, uh, more cardio, right? Like an extra mile of cardio or 5 extra reps, whatever your timeline, however that looks, right? One day will pass. It could be, like I said, it could be a week from now, it could be 2 weeks from now, it could be a month from now, it could be a year from now, it could be 5 years from now, when everything will just flow and you'll be in such a great groove. You'll know exactly what works for you and exactly what doesn't, because all those times that seemed like you were failing and seemed like you were bailing and seemed like you were losing yourself or losing track were all lessons. and we're all part of the process of loving what you do. And patience. Patience will be the biggest tell whether you love something or not. And I hope, like, from the bottom of my heart into the depths of my soul and beyond it, because I'm in my own process myself, and I see myself in this process forever, you know? And if you're willing to be patient for it, and you're willing to be mindful of that patience when anything, anyone, or yourself, right? It could be yourself that's trying to speed this process up and getting there faster than you want to for X, Y, and Z reasons. It doesn't matter. Will be your biggest tell whether you love it and really want what you want. And if you do want it, you'll understand what I just said and understand that those L's turn into a big W as long as you stay the course and never give up. And I'm not preaching that. I want you to try that for yourself and come to that acceptance and understanding yourself. And that if you don't, that'll be the quickest way to understand yourself and find what you do love. Because whatever you do love, you're willing to wait for and keep making progress and progression towards. So, like I always say, um, run towards your truth, and I'm always going to be running towards my truth. So, until next time, my friends, peace.